How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and we're taking a look at the Hitch-Bike-Racks Destination e-bike carrier on the back of our 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. So the Destination e-bike carrier is an electric bike carrier that is a frame-mounted carrier. The thing that makes it special is the fact that our mast has this unique shape to allow you to get around to make contact with your frame wherever. So that actually helps out if you have unconventional frames. However, if you do have a bike like a carbon fiber bike, you may not want the frame contact to your top tube. So just taking a look at the carrier and how it fits on the back of the Outlander, you can kind of see what it blocks and what it doesn't. Your tail lights are pretty wide open. However, your backup camera is going to be obstructed, as well as catching some of the back of your rear window. So you just want to keep that in mind while it's on the back of your vehicle. Your license plates with 2 bikes on it may be affected as well. So let's go ahead and tilt this guy. There's a knob here that you could loosen, and we'll get this guy here. There we are. And we're gonna go to our tilt. And when we tilt our carrier over, you can kind of get an idea. With these mountain bike bars, they're wider. If you had a second bike, you may make some ground contact, but it's just one of those things you kind of figure out as you go for how you're loading up. Now, this is going to give you plenty of space to change your shoes or have a seat at the end of your ride. That's one of the better tilts that I've seen on this vehicle itself. So now we're going to take the bike off of the carrier and get a closer look at some of the features on the Destination E. So we're going to lift this guy back up and re-engage our knob here in the middle. And just give it a nice little twist. Cool thing about the Destination carrier is also it has a ramp. So it's going to attach right here at the end of our cradle. And when you're in a situation kind of like where I am, where the wall is in your way, you can actually hop your bike over and guide it down. You're going to be able to extend your ramp using this knob, and you just bring it out to your length. And you're just going to drop this oval into this point right here. When you remove your bike from the cradle, I usually leave the center clamp on and just remove the straps first. Helps stabilize the bike while it's up on top of the carrier. I'm just going to feed these straps through the spokes. And now we're going to twist our locking clamp. It's going to be key to like for your receiver lock, and that's going to keep your bike nice and secure to the carrier. And you're just going to unscrew it. And once we get that grip off, you can just flip her over out the way. So in this situation, what I'll do is actually just hop the bike over to the outside cradles and then guide it down our ramp. So this is going to work when you get stuck into those spaces where you don't necessarily have the most amount of clearance. Now, taking a little bit closer look at our cradles, these guys will support up to 4.5-inch wide tires. So it's going to work for your thicker tires, but if you have something wider, like those 5-inch fat tires, wouldn't be the best fit. So now, we're just going to stow away our ramp and take a closer look at how much we're adding to the back of our Outlander. So from here, I'm just gonna tuck these guys in and let's see what we have. So from here, from the bumper, at the closest point, we're right at about 9 inches. At the farthest point, 27. And our ground clearance, right here at our cradles, because they kind of go low, it's right at 15 inches. So it's something that you definitely want to keep in mind if you're going down those steep inclines or driveways. So we're going to lower our mast by releasing these straps and these clamps here. We're just going to pull those guys up. And it may require us to loosen our knob a little bit. And we're just going to tilt her over. And now we can just re-secure our handles just to keep it right where we want it, not where we don't. And we're just going to fasten her in. And from here, we're going to remove this pin and give it a little bit of a wiggle, and we can flip her up into our stowaway position. Now, as you can see with our stowaway position on the Outlander, we are making contact with the vehicle. So as far as how much comfortable you were with the contact from your clamps or maybe your straps, you might want to put some foam or something in there just to keep it from damaging the finish, but overall it is a solid fit. And as far as how close we're actually going, we're like 3 inches away from the bumper from the outside, and compacted, we're 12 inches away from the rear of the vehicle at the shank. And then going from the bumper here, we're 14 inches from the lower parts of our cradle. So overall, that's gonna fold up pretty nicely on the back of the vehicle. However, you are blocking out your backup camera, license plates, but tail lights and back window wide open. Alternatively, there are a few different options as far as bike carriers with ramps. The Gigawatt is one, as well as the Yakima on-ramp. Both of those guys are gonna give you ramps, but I think the Hollywood Racks is a solid value for that entry-level bike carrier. And it's also gonna work well for either your heavier e-bikes up to 70 pounds, all the way down to your lighter road bikes. So again, this is Ed with etrailer.com, taking a look at the Hollywood Racks destination e-bike carrier on our 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander. Have a great day.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the Solemn. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners and evasive maneuvers. Then we get to the alternating speed bumps. We'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving on uneven pavement. Then we'll go over the full speed bumps, and we can see the up and down action. This will be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or a driveway.